Hi there. In this video, I want to help you create your type 2 diabetes meal plan so you can keep your blood sugar under control. And the tips and strategies I'll share with you are coming directly from dietitians and nutritionists. Now, the first thing I want to do is just give you a very basic overview of what you need to do when thinking about your diet plan for type 2 diabetes. So the first thing you need to look at is basically counting calories. Now, the recommendations for calories are generally 1,200 to 1,400 for small women or for women that aren't really very active, like medium-sized women that aren't active. And then for men, you're looking at approximately 1,400 to 1,600 calories. And that would apply also to medium-sized women. And this also applies to smaller to medium-sized men. And then you're looking at 2,000 to 2,400 calories for large men or for large women that are very physically active. So those are some calorie guidelines that first of all, you need to establish for your type 2 diabetes diet. And then the next thing that you need to look at is carbohydrate counting. You've heard about carbohydrates increasing blood sugar rapidly, and that's true. So you need to basically manage or count your carbohydrates. Now, what dietitians recommend is that you should consume no more than 2 to 4 servings of carbohydrates per meal. Each serving is about 15 grams of carbohydrates, so you're looking at 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates per meal, depending on your body size. So once again, no more than 2 to 4 servings of carbohydrates per meal, and each serving is about 15 grams, so no more than 30 to 60 grams of carbs. And of course, it's better to split up your meals into 4 to 6 meals a day to make sure that your blood sugar remains in check. All right, now I want to give you some specific recommendations on exactly what to eat. And this information is something called the plate method, which is developed by the American Diabetes Association. So it's something that's well known and definitely credible in terms of helping create a good type 2 diabetes diet plan. So with the plate method, basically it's a visual food guide. And it helps you choose the right amount of foods to eat. So it encourages larger portions of non-starchy vegetables, like half the plate with non-starchy vegetables, and then moderate portions of protein, which should be about 1/4 of the plate, and also starch, which should be another 1/4 of the plate. So you've got about half the plate with non-starchy vegetables, 1/4 with protein, and 1/4 with starch. Okay, so let's get started discussing some of the specifics about the plate method or this visual food guide. When it comes to vegetables, the recommendation is about 2.5 to 3 cups a day. So, of course, you have to split this up between your meals, but about 2.5 to 3 cups a day. You can choose fresh or frozen vegetables as long as they don't have added sauces, fats, or salt. This is important. Make sure to pick vegetables that don't have the added sauces, fats, or salt. Non-starchy vegetables are things that are dark green and deep yellow. You've got spinach, broccoli, romaine lettuce, cabbage, chard, bell peppers. And then starchy vegetables are things such as corn, green peas, lima beans, potatoes, and such. Our fruit recommendation is 1.5 to 2 cups a day. Once again, 1.5 to 2 cups a day. And you can choose fresh, frozen, canned, as long as they don't have added sugar or syrup or dried fruits. Apples, bananas, berries, cherries, grapes, melon, oranges. Pretty much any type of fruit or fruit juice with no added sweeteners or syrup, which is very important. For grains, it's a good idea to consume about 3 to 4 ounces a day. Once again, 3 to 4 ounces a day of grains. And your best bet is whole grains, which are unprocessed and have the entire grain kernel. So you've got things such as whole wheat flour, oatmeal, whole cornmeal, barley, brown and wild rice, buckwheat, and quinoa. And then, of course, white bread and white rice would be the processed or refined grains that you want to minimize as much as possible. So once again, 3 to 4 ounces of whole grains a day. When it comes to protein foods, you're looking at 5 to 6.5 ounces a day. So you've got things like meat, poultry, seafood, eggs, beans, peas, nuts, seeds, All of these things have protein, and fish and poultry are your best options for protein foods. Once again, 5 to 6.5 ounces a day of protein. It's a good idea to remove the skin from your white meats and to choose lean cuts of beef or veal or other types of meat. And then also trim all the visible fat from your meats. And of course, bake it, roast it, broil it, grill it, but don't fry to control the fat content of the meat that you're consuming. All right, and then dairy can be about 3 cups a day of low-fat or non-fat dairy products. So again, 3 cups a day are adequate, and make sure that they don't have added sugar. So of course, avoid chocolate milk or strawberry milk. When it comes to oils and fats, you don't want to consume more than 7 teaspoons a day. Once again, no more than 7 teaspoons of oils or fats. And these are nutrients that do help your body stay healthy. So you do have to get some fats in your diet. Typically, foods with polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats are your best bet. Things that are high in saturated fats, such as hamburgers and deep fried foods, should be avoided altogether. And finally, alcohol should be avoided or really, really moderated. And then sweets should be avoided as much as possible. And if that's not possible, then keep the portion sizes of sweets as small as possible. Try to ask for the smallest serving size of the sweets that you can eat and split them up across your meal so that you're not consuming one large serving of a sweet-based dish in one sitting. All right, and the final tip is to watch your salt intake because it can affect blood pressure, and many people with diabetes also have high blood pressure. So eating fewer processed foods, for example, things like canned soups and microwave meals, as well as sauces and condiments, will help you lower your salt intake. So just make sure that you're eating fewer processed foods to avoid your salt intake or from letting your salt intake get too high. All right, so those are some basic tips and recommendations to help you develop your type 2 diabetes meal plan. But if you're looking for specific meal plans and strategies for not only managing your type 2 diabetes, but almost entirely reversing your diabetes symptoms, as well as regaining your health and accelerating your weight loss too, then go ahead and click the link in the description box below this video to see some powerful and advanced natural strategies for not only managing, but almost entirely reversing your type 2 diabetes, regaining your health, and accelerating your weight loss without prescription drugs. So go ahead and click the link in the description box below to get your specific meal plans and advanced, powerful strategies that are simple to follow. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.
Can a diabetic eat beets? Beets is good or bad for diabetes? Although beets have its sweet flavor, it is safe for diabetics. Beets even has its beneficial value for diabetics as listed below. 1. Safe for blood sugar level. Every food contains sugar has its glycemic index. The lower glycemic index is the better for diabetics. It is because the low glycemic index will reduce the risk of the raising blood sugar. Is every foods with the sweet taste also has high glycemic index? The answer is no. We know that beets have its sweet and earthy taste. However, the glycemic index of beets is considered to be medium. It means that consuming beet won't immediately raise the blood sugar. 2. Control blood pressure. Most of the diabetics patients also have hypertension problem. And of course, it worsens the patient's health condition. On the other hand, beet is known to be able to lower the blood pressure. A study proved that drinking beet juice is able to significantly reduce the blood pressure. Thus, that's one of health benefits of beets for diabetics. 3. Avoid the formation of kidney stones. It is common for diabetics to have kidney complication problem. Beets contain some substances which are able to inhibit the kidney stone formation. 4. Boost blood circulation. The dietary fiber and micronutrients in beet enable our body to improve the blood circulation. The improved circulation is able to help the delivery of glucose to the tissue faster. Hence, it enables the body to produce less insulin, to metabolize food into nutrition and regulate the blood sugar. Besides beneficial for blood sugar, The improved blood circulation is also beneficial for brain. 5. High of potassium. Based on a study, low level of potassium attributes to the high risk of diabetes. Based on the nutritional information from USDA, beet contains high level of potassium. Therefore, consuming beet will be beneficial for people with diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes. 6. Provides ample of fiber. As we know, dietary fiber is very good for our health. The high level of fiber in beet also gives the amazing benefits for diabetics. The high fiber food usually contain less calorie. In addition, fiber is amazingly able to send signal to our body. This is the command to be more responsive to insulin and suppress glucose creation within the liver. 7. Helps to eat less. Besides controlling the glucose production in liver, the dietary fiber in beet is also able to make us full any longer after eat it. It will make us less craving of food. As we know, diabetics should tightly control the carbohydrate intakes since it may raise the blood sugar. 8. Source of magnesium. Based on our research, magnesium is able to do so many things for us. It is able to maintain muscle, keep the nervous system work well, regulate the blood pressure, prevents heart attack. In addition, it has ability to regulate blood sugar level. 9. Source of selenium. Selenium is a micronutrient which acts as antioxidant. It is very helpful to fight many diseases. Based on study in Harvard and Union University, Korea, the high selenium level is able to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. The reduction of diabetes risk related to the selenium level is about 25%. As mentioned above, beet contains selenium in relatively significant amount for a micronutrient. 10. Reduce nerve damage. Diabetes is sometimes able to cause some nerve damage. In this case, beet is able to provide antioxidant which help diabetic to reduce the nerve damage. The symptoms of nerve damage are usually in a form of pain and numbness in hands and feet. 11. Improves endurance during exercise. Taking regular exercise is very important, particularly for diabetic patients. However, some patients are reluctant to take regular exercise because of tiredness and the post-workout pain. On the other hand, those problems will not appear if patients take regular exercise. In addition, beet juice is able to improve the performance of muscle to absorb more oxygen during the workout session and add the endurance. Beet juice will also relieve the tiredness after the workout session. In the other words, beet is beneficial for fitness. Cautions in consuming beets for diabetics. As we know, beet contains high level of sugar. Although it is stated that the natural sugar in beet is safe for diabetics, they still need to be aware of the intake. It is better to consume steamed or light roasted beet instead of fully cooled beet. The cooking process may increase the sugar in beet which worsens the blood sugar. Not only the flesh, the layer right under the skin of beet is beneficial for health. The beneficial can be taken only if diabetics freshly consume the beet. They can grate the beet into salad or simply make it into juice. Therefore, taking beet juice twice a week will maintain patients' health. In addition, it helps patient recover from tiredness. Nutritionist also suggests combining the beet juice with the other vegetable to add the nutritional value. However, it's better for diabetic to consult the doctor before taking beet regularly. The recommendation of how much intake required by the patients may vary based on their blood sugar level and the general health condition with health benefits of